Charles,
hello.
Very cool to be with you. Hello, you are the organizer of the Golden Chair, and we're here.
That is correct.
In Paris, France.
That's right.
Tell me about the Golden Chair. Where am I? What am I seeing today?
Okay, well, first of all, Golden Chair started in 2016. I created it for several reasons. Obviously, one, to promote brands and the industry brands, and also the idea was to bring the barber community together, and I like to call it a barber party because that's what it is. A lot of like-minded individuals come together, demonstrate their talent, because I started as a distributor 10 years ago, traveling around Barcelona selling products, and I go to the trade fairs and I would see barbers that were good, but I saw a lot more barbers in the neighborhoods that were also very good that did not have any exposure to the world. So I created the event for them, as well as to bring the two together, from the sponsors, the brands, and the barbers together in the same place. And normal trade fairs, there's a lot of beauty and aesthetica, and aesthetics, it's not quite the same than just barbers. So that's why I created it in 2016. In 2017, I created the trophy, which obviously kind of offered the design of the Grammy or the Oscar, something that was very significant for the barbering industry. And for me as a child, I used to love to go to the barber shop and sit in the big barber chair. So I thought it was very emblematic and appropriate for this type of event.
So the Golden Chair is a celebration for barbers. We're here in Paris. From what I understand, you have it in Spain, you have it in Uzbekistan. Tell me all about the international aspect of it.
Okay, so we've done several events in Africa, in Ghana. I've done three education events in Ghana. We had a plan for Golden Chair Ghana in 2020, but it was canceled because of the pandemic. We've done Barcelona 6 events, 1 in Seville, and in June we had our first event in Uzbekistan. Central Asia is a community that doesn't have as much things going on for barbers, and I was able to take it there because one of the competitors in 2019 came from Russia. 2020 came from Russia. He's originally from Uzbekistan, and he came to the event, and we started talking. We became friends, and I said, we want to do it there. I said, I'm more than happy to go. So we did it there in June. Paris, I've been trying to do it here for 5 or 6 years, but I didn't have any luck. And this year, on the way back from Uzbekistan with Sami Sherwali, who was a judge in Barcelona, who lives in Paris, and we're coming back from Uzbekistan, and he says, you should come to Paris. I help you. We find a place. And so we're here, finally.
That's
and
amazing.
The idea now is to expand to several different countries throughout Europe, at least maybe 3 more next year. So we may have 6 to 7 events. And then the following year in 2025, we want to do a 2 to 3 day event, maybe in Ibiza or something like that. That's kind of the idea.
There are worse choices than that. So,
exactly.
Let's get into the specifics of the event a little bit. So the barbers come, they're competing for a trophy. First of all, tell me, what is the trophy and how is the competition organized throughout the day? Okay,
so several rules. One rule, I always have international judges, so we don't say he's a friend of his. So, and if one of the judges has a person from his home shop or his country participate, he can't judge that category. So it's very strict on the rules on how people. We have a set of rules with my team. After every event, we revise them to make them better. Not so they're strict, but just so that everyone has a fair chance, right? So we have the international judging, local people. Also, we have people coming from international. We have people here from Spain today. We have people from Czechoslovakia. We have people here from London participating, apart from Paris.
Colombia, I think.
From Colombia, I think Venezuela, and we had a guy from Isla de La Reunion. So the Reunion Island. So we've got people from all over the world participating. Our judges from the US, we have judges from the UK, we have judges from Russia, one from Spain, one from Czech Republic, and these kind of are part of my team, and they have been, and another one from Chicago. So have all come out here to be a part. They love the event. They've been to 2 or 3 or 4 events, And that's the idea, is that we all just come together.
And so the people who get the trophy or the
Yes.
trophies, what does this trophy represent?
I tell you what it does. One of the learnings that I took from Uzbekistan, which I already knew, but the barbers almost get no attention. Everyone talks about hairdressers all the time. It's the women, it's the big companies, it's all about them. You show appreciation to them and they show appreciation to us, because anytime someone is ignored, when you give them a little bit of attention, they feel better about themselves. Also, you win a golden chair. I give lots of prizes, physical prizes. Sometimes in Spain we give cash prizes. And what it does, it allows us to show off that person, the winners. They put that in their shop. I've seen barbers they've won golden chair. Now they have barber academies in Spain. They've started to work with different brands because they've been seen. They've got more. It gives them recognition, and that on personal reasons. And they want to grow more. They've raised their prices in their shops because a lot of the prices are down low, because obviously the economy is a bit crazy at the moment, a bit precarious. So it gives them a little bit more of a motivation to raise their prices. Look, I have this trophy. I've won this. I'm one of the best barbers in France, for example. When they leave here, they take that trophy home. And it makes a big difference in their life, in their professional life. So yeah.
For sure. And how complicated is it for you? I'm asking you as also an event organizer.
Yes.
How hard is it to organize an event like this? Is it a long time? What type of effort do you put in?
Well, this is the 9th edition the 9th time I've done the event. It is challenging because there's always little things in every place, whether it be the venue, whether it be the food, the drink, there's always something. Today we had a slight difficulty with some electricals, which is always the first thing. So the first thing you always have to find is the venue and the date. That's the rule number one. Once you find those things, then you can, the plan is almost set out. Luckily, it's the type of event that it's moldable. It's expandable. I can make it more categories, less categories, larger amount of people, smaller amount of people. So in Barcelona, we have about 1,000 people and over 100 participants. Here we'll probably have at least 50, 60 participants, if not more. And I chose a smaller venue because I wanted a little bit more intimate, being the first time in Paris. So I think we've succeeded with that. So the challenge is going to new countries, languages. I did Uzbekistan in 8 months, all through Google Voice. They didn't speak English or Spanish. I don't speak Russian or Uzbek, but we made it happen, and we had a fantastic event there in June.
That's awesome.
And we plan to keep doing that and expanding the model and finding people to go around and bringing the barbers together to do more international competitions.
That's amazing. What a challenge. I want to come back to the barbers real fast. What do you want to tell the barbers who are watching this? What should they expect of an event like this besides the medals that we talked about, the trophies? What kind of experience are they? How many people are here? What type of experience are they?
We've got several hundred people here today, and what I think the biggest and most important thing is the culture of barbering. They get to be around several hundred people that are like-minded. They love the same thing, they have a passion for the same industry, and that's what's important to the barbers. If you've never been to a golden chair, come watch. Normally, a lot of people come to watch the first year, and then the second year they come back to compete. They get nervous. We have a student category. We have people that have worked only less than 2 years in the profession, and they're very nervous and their hands are shaking, but they get a learning experience. Everything that's a challenge makes you grow. So that's what we want for both the barbers, the sponsors, to talk to their people, to be able to spend more than 5 minutes at a trade fair talking to someone. You've got an entire day to be able to talk to your target audience.
Speaking of younger or less experienced
Barbers,
barbers, you have a kid there that's 16 years old, but that kid has character. He's got his style. I was absolutely blown away.
Blown away. Well, this is his second time competing. He competed in Barcelona in January. He came here to Paris, and he's been waiting to come. And I know for a fact he practiced a lot. He was training, and that's what it's about. You want to come show your best work. Whenever you have any job, you want to show your best work. So you have to come prepared. So some people come willy-nilly. I'm just going to come and do it. But the people who come and generally win have done a lot of preparation. They think about what they're going to do. They look at past experiences, past battles. Because, for example, in the creative, we always look for new things. We don't want to see the same thing, the same haircut over and over and over again. So it's also helped the industry evolve.
Can I ask you about you? Were you a barber for a long time and now full-fledged event organizer? What's your story behind all of this?
Okay, so I actually come from very different background. I always loved the barbershop because in America, especially the Black American community, we love the barbershop. Is like, there was a movie and one of the guys said, being in the barbershop is like the Twitter in the community. They talk about the sports, the politics and all this. So I've always loved being around the barbershop. I started cutting hair when I was 13 or 14, just on myself. And I did it maybe until I was in university. Then I stopped, I went to the barbershop. And I started this 10 years ago because I was working as a university professor and companies as the government there in Barcelona, where I live. I have lived for 27 years. And my barber asked me to import. I did import-export agent for many years. So I started bringing in products, and I started going around to the barbershops selling the products. And I only had one initially. They started asking me for more, so I created a distribution company called American Barber Supply. So I started selling the products, and that's how I got in the industry. It was a weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, go around, sell some hair gel, maybe some razor blades, and then I became representative for several different companies for Catalonia, and that got me in the industry, and I really just loved it. Honestly, after about a year in the business, I was sitting in my house on the sofa, and I'm wondering, what's wrong with me? I had a big smile on my face. And you say what's wrong, because in the day-to-day life, you're always struggling. You're looking for something, things stress you out. But I was happy in this industry, and it only made me double down and do more. And I said, you know what? There's a lot of opportunity because no one's doing these things, these type of events here. They were very popular in the US for many years. And I said, I want to do this. So I was the first one in Spain. So it just kept growing. And I said, you know what? We need to take this internationally because there's not a lot of people in Europe doing the same thing. So here we are, and now we're growing and building. So that's what brought me to the industry. And I've done, everything else is done. I don't teach, I don't do any of the business things that I used to do. I have 4 or 5 businesses structured all around the barbering industry. That's it. That's all I do now.
I love the story. Last things you want to say? Anything to the barbers who are watching, to the people who work in hairdressers, etc.?
Listen, all I can say is, if you have an opportunity to come to a golden chair, come, see, enjoy, like-minded people, and learn. We're all here to learn. We don't grow if we don't learn. My belief is when you stop learning, you die, mentally. So come out, enjoy the family. We call it the barber family. Last night I always have a meeting with the judges the day before, so we talk, and we had a wonderful time. Just a bunch of barbers sitting around, talking about what we love, sharing our stories, and that's what's important. So come out, enjoy it, and learn.
Charles, thank you so much for being with us.
Julian, thank you.
And good luck for your event, which is absolutely great. So thanks a million.
Thank you so much.
Take care, man.
Bless you.